Hey guys, Judy Seeger here, and we are ready to start our day one challenge. As I'm looking on this is a little bit different than my regular Facebook, so I'm going to have to move back as we're doing the challenge together. But so happy to have you on. Let me get my lighting so you can really see me and get it set up correctly. Here we go. Yeah, awesome. So here's the deal. Day one, we are going to record a Facebook Live session just for you guys, the Cancer Cleansers, those of you who are on the 7-day challenge. So happy to have you guys on here. We have about 22 people signed up, boys and girls. I'm so happy to have you on there. And we just got to have some fun with it and make it super easy, but effective. Of course, we want to see noticeable improvement, and that's what I'm all about. I love to give you guys the tools and the methods that's going to give you the results. That's really the bottom line. So day one, let's do a little homework and let's teach you, and I hope you have your dry skin brush. I have mine ready, and we're going to do this together. First things first, make sure that you have your, first things first, every day, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be on here doing the challenge, right? So I couldn't find a model. Can't find anybody who is willing to jump in with me to do this. So I will be the model for this go round, right? And eventually I'll get somebody to record them. We'll have a setup where we'll have somebody that I could talk and have them do it. But this time around, it's me and you. That's what we're doing. Hey, Janice, glad to have you on. Thank you so much for being here. So as I mentioned, every day, 8 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to be on here together, and we're going to do the challenges together. So today is the dry skin brush, so get your dry skin brush ready. And also, I have in this feed, in the Facebook private group page here, I have the healing affirmations. It would be a great idea to read that out loud every day for yourself. It is powerful. I thank John Assaraf. Thanks for the thumbs up, Janice. It's just me and you, but that's cool. Everybody else will get on later. And so John Assaraf made this very powerful affirmation. So read it every day. It really empowers you to understand what healing can do for your body. So I encourage you to read it. And if you want to read it more than once in the day, I actually wrote it out. And something in the power of writing it also helps. So I took the copy and I wrote it out. And there is something powerful that happens when you state those affirmations. And then number two, make sure that you download your instruction sheets. I've got some things at the very, very end that I'm considering adding, the emotional rebalancing. But basically you have all 7 days ahead of time, because it's nice to have it ahead. You could look at it, see what you got to have. And then the third step is make sure you also have the food checklist and your resource guide, all that stuff. It's not a super long list. It's just, it looks long, but it's just optional stuff. So for example, the vegetables, you just need to pick 5, right? 5 for the week, for the 7 days. You don't have to have all of them. And it's the same thing with the fruit and all the other things. So if you have any questions, write it here, and I will make sure I'll be on here all throughout the day. I will be making sure that I'm here for you guys and understanding what needs to be done. Hey, Linda, glad to have you on. We're just starting 8 o'clock sharp. I'm on here. Actually, been up since 5 getting things ready. But 8 o'clock every day we'll be doing these video live feeds. And then you guys could keep these. This is like a lifelong thing. You guys got a deal of the century, because I'm not going to be repeating this. So what you could do is, I think in the upper corner, there's a little tiny arrow. It's kind of hard to see, but it has a drop down, and you could save these videos, right? So save them. They're just for you. Please don't spread them around. This is just our community. I will be launching this to many other people worldwide. And so we're all building this massive community and encouraging each other to stay on track. So that's the cool part. Hey, yeah, I'm glad to have you here too. Awesome. So Janice, I just want to know, where are you from? Write that down below. And Linda, where are you from? I'm here in Florida. I just fought the Hurricane Matthew, which was like basically blessed that I didn't get hit with anything. I came down to Miami with a friend and nothing happened. So that was pretty awesome. And so just want to know where you guys are. That'd be cool. And in the meantime, get your dry skin brush ready. Now, if you don't have it, just watch. It's not a problem. And then you could go over this later on at your leisure today. And then we're going to do this particular thing every single day. Oh, Connecticut. Awesome. Yeah, I'm a New Yorker myself. So grew up in Queens. And so, and Courtney, hey, Courtney, glad to have you on. Just getting started, get your dry skin brush ready, right? So here's the deal, every single day, oh, from Alabama, oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, I get messages here, I don't know how to, let's see, close, there we go. So if you see my thumb coming at you, it's me getting rid of the text messages. All right, so today we start with the dry skin brushing. And then what we're going to do is each challenge, we're going to just add another thing to this. And they're all very easy. They're not extra like this. This is like $10, right? You could just get this with the handle. Actually, it comes like this. Let me show you guys. It comes like this. Yeah. And this is the company I use. I know you can't see it because it's backward, but it's Yerba Prima. I've used them for years because it's a dry brush. That has hard bristles. Ashma, hey, I thought you were on your way to work. You're watching, girlfriend. That's awesome. Glad to have you on. So if you have this one, that's great. If not, you could get the ones that are softer bristles. I have them in your resource guide, so make sure you check that out. That's fine. And if you don't have it, go get one today. Go down to a health food store. There's department stores that have them, Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm talking like this because now, because we're an intimate community, I could be much more specific. When I do the Facebook general, I don't name companies, but you guys need to know companies or brands or where to get stuff. I will be very specific and detailed for you guys to help you out because this is just us. So that's kind of cool, right? So Bed Bath & Beyond does have them, but they're like the softer bristles, which is fine. But the Yerba Prima, you could get it on Amazon or at the health food store or whatever, that's fine. So first things first is we start the dry skin brushing. Now, shower, but I love dry skin brushing, and I like to do it throughout the day even. It just feels really good, and it leaves your skin feeling really soft. So I'm going to try to get way back. Might have to move you guys back here. Hold on one second. I have to move things around just a bit. I didn't realize that the Facebook live feed, I'm going to have to move you way back here. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm way back here. I'm still not sure if you can see. Yeah. So you start out, when you do dry skin brushing, you always start out on the bottom of your feet, okay? So on the bottom of your feet, you're going to scrub as hard. You can do it as hard or soft as you can, but you're going to scrub. And then what you're going to do is you always take your brush and scrub up towards your heart. Very important, right? Because your lymphatic system is there's valves in there, and you need the circulation going in. So as you're scrubbing, you're doing short strokes like this, right? So it's not like long strokes. That doesn't do it. You need short little strokes like this because that stimulates the lymphatic system and gets things going. So you're scrubbing all along your legs. You do your legs and you just do short little strokes. Feels good. Like I loved. I could do this all day. So as you're sitting here, you're going to be doing this. I'm going to be talking, and each day of the challenge, this is exactly how we're going to do. We're going to add a challenge, but you have to continue with the one we started. So dry skin brushing all 7 days. Tomorrow we're going to be doing hydrotherapy, and then you do that the rest of the week. And then on Sunday we're going to be doing salt scrub, right? So look at your list, see what you have to have each day, and go get it. So I started out the first 3. Yeah, I don't want to switch legs. The first 3 days I did the easy stuff. So it gives you time to go shopping, pick up whatever. Ashna, you know, being down here in Florida, we don't have to worry about grocery store and getting stuff anymore. Everything, I just went to the grocery store yesterday, in fact, and everything was still there that we needed, like produce, and people don't eat their greens. So we won't have any problem getting anything. So you're brushing, and this is exactly how you do. You're sitting there watching TV, you're watching a movie, you're hanging out. You could do this all throughout the day. I suggest, though, to get in the habit, do it right before your shower. Right before your shower is one of the best times to do it because as you're dry skin brushing, I'm going to come in close a little bit. As you're dry skin brushing, the dead skin on top needs to be flaked off to open up the pores, right? So as you're brushing, you're going to see some dust coming up. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like, little dust bunnies all over the place. So what happens is when you go in the shower, you can rinse that off. When you do it in the shower and it's wet, you're not going to get the same action, because if you notice, as we're brushing, those little strokes not only open up the pores on top of your skin, but also stimulate the lymphatic system. When it's wet, it doesn't give you quite the tug. You think it's like that, not much of a difference, but it really, really is. Wet versus dry is a huge difference. Do dry, my friend. Do at least 5 to 10 minutes before your shower. And if you don't have time, just go through, like, just, okay, you're going to brush. And if you have some spots that are a little bit, it feels good, stay there. You know, it's like right now, my forearm feels really, really good. I really like it. So stay there, right? And you're always doing it towards your heart, right? All right, now, the other part is in your groin area, right? You notice I don't have a swimsuit, and I'm certainly not going to go naked for you guys. Not even for you. No, that's not that kind of show. So the deal is, though, the groin, there's two areas that are super, super important when you dry skin brushing. So the groin, you're going to be brushing downward. That's that crease right between your leg and your abdomen, right? So you brush at an angle downward. Okay, now the reason is because that's where you have the most lymph nodes. And people, especially who have had cancer or any autoimmune disease, have a lot of, especially guys with prostate cancer, I noticed, they get a lot of lymph swelling there. So it's very, very important to get that area and move it, move it, move it. Just keep brushing, brushing, always downward, right? Now, for women, and now men, unfortunately, getting breast cancer as well, it's really important to do the underarms, because that's where a lot of lymph nodes are, and towards your breast, because the whole lymphs here and the whole chest area going downward, there's a lot of lymph nodes, right? Like every time you hear about somebody who has breast cancer and they just said that they had surgery to remove their lymph nodes, where are they? They're usually up in here in the chest area. So it's very important to brush, brush, brush. Now, what did I say? You start out from the bottom of your feet and go up towards your heart. When you do your arms, you're going up towards your heart. Now the neck here and your breast, chest area is down. So just think, here's your heart. Actually, a little bit off to the side, but let's say, just say your heart is in the middle of your body, right? Everything goes toward your heart. Okay, that's how you do it. And as you go towards your heart, you're stimulating your system all around, right? So do this when, before your shower. If you're just relaxing at home, you come home from the day, do not do it right before bed. No, and I'll tell you why. This actually stimulates you. And so as the lymphatic system is getting stimulated, it will give you more energy. So think about it. If you're tired in the middle of the morning or in the afternoon, dry skin brush, it will actually give you energy. If you do it right before bed, you're going to be stimulated. You're not going to go to sleep very easily, because now you have more blood flow, your body's ready to go, and you just have energy. And that's where I get mine. I'm like, yeah, I have more energy now at 58 than I ever did in my 30s because of this kind of stuff, right? And the things that we're going to talk about. Hey, Mark, glad to have you on. So we are going to use this not right before bed, but first thing in the morning or any other time during the day, and 2 hours before bed, do not dry skin brush. Okay, I think it's going to be the last. No, I got two more things I need to share with you. So the handle, right? Unless you have a spouse, significant other, somebody in your roommate, somebody who likes to dry skin brush, it's hard to do your back, right? The back is a tough part. But if you have somebody who is around, you could have them brush for you, or you could trade. Say, hey, you brush me, I'll brush you. Have a little brushing party. But again, on your back, you're going to do it down towards your heart, and then from your base of your back up toward your heart. So everything towards your heart, same thing on your back. Very, very stimulating on your back. The other thing is, if you don't have anybody in your, like, I don't have anybody around right now, so I'm like, well, what am I going to do? You take the handle and you're going to brush. Now, you're not going to get that same action of circular motion and short. You just do the best you can. You know, just as long as you're stimulating and doing short little strokes as much as you can, that's fine. And then take the handle off and do as much as your back as you possibly can reach, right? Do the sides. Oh, I'm telling you this, this feels so good when you get it going. I've been doing this for years, and a long time. All right, so that's that. Now, what about your face? On your face, you can't use this brush. And if you notice in your resource guide, I have an actual kit that has the brush plus the face brush, because I find that people who are shopping for this can't always find the face brush. The face brush is usually a small handle with a circular little head on it and softer, and it's really nice to brush your face and stimulate. So that one, it's in circular motions as you're doing it. I don't do it all the time. In fact, I don't even have a face brush anymore because I've been traveling and I don't use it. I do the body. To me, it's like, that's fine. But when you're starting out, it's nice to do your face and your neck with this face brush. So I put that kit in there. You don't have to get that. I just put that there as an option to make it easy. Order from Amazon. The other thing, the last thing, unless you guys have questions, the last thing is, how do you take care of the brush? Because as you're doing this, you're going to see these white particles from your skin that are sticking on the brush. The best story I could tell you, when I first started this back, see, how old is my son? So 30 years ago. Oh my God. I started 30 years ago, a long time. And the family was teaching me, said that there's a husband and wife, and the husband worked in a bakery, and he was just getting into the whole nutrition part. And he was like the Pillsbury Doughboy. He was in white flour all day long, and his skin would literally be covered with white. And he was sick all the time. He used to be a bodybuilder, but working in this place, in this bakery, he was getting very, very sick, and he knew he was in trouble. So he learned that the dry skin brushing was a very important part of the healing process. So he started. He couldn't believe, as you can imagine, all the stuff that was coming. And he would shower, and then at the end of the day, he would do this, and he couldn't believe this white stuff that was still coming off his skin. And he kept working and working, and then his energy increased. The skin pores opened up, so he was able to sweat better. He was like a converted guy, and he would dry brush then an hour a day. But he had to have a mat that because his wife was like, you're not putting this white stuff all over my bathroom. So she put a mat in the bathroom, and as he brushed, the stuff was just coming off of him. It's unbelievable. He eventually quit that job, as you can imagine. That was a horrible, horrible job for him, and he became a nutritionist. They opened up a health food store, and it changed their life because he felt so much better just from that. It's amazing. So it really, really does work. All right, so taking care of the brush, somebody like that, as you can imagine, he had all kinds of gunk on there, and you might notice white particles as well. What you want to do is, you don't have to do this every day. You don't have to do this once a week. I do mine like about once a month, but maybe in the beginning you want to do it more. So let's just say once a week, you want to take care of your brush. You could just rinse it with water. Some people like to use a natural soap and just kind of scrub it in there and then rinse it, but you have to put it in the sun to dry. If you do not put it in the sun to dry, it is going to get moldy. That happened to me. I was in Panama, and I carried my brush everywhere, and I thought it was in the sun. It wasn't, and it ended up being moldy, and I had to throw it out and get a new one. So it has to go and air dry in the sun. You can't just like leave it in your bathroom and think that it's going to dry and it's going to be good enough. It doesn't work like that. But again, once a week in the beginning or once a month, that's fine. Once a year, you're gonna have to get a new brush regardless, because it doesn't wear out, but you just can't seem to get all the gunk out of it from your body. It's kind of, when you think about it, it's like, wow, that's off my body. It's like kind of, yeah, we're dirty people, yeah? It's not dirt though, it's the upper layer of your skin with the dry, flaky stuff that as it's coming off, gets stuck in the brush. Then you just have a hard time getting that out. So I recommend once a year getting rid of that. All right, guys, if you have questions, let me know. I am going to sign out, and I will be on here all day long. If you have questions about anything, brand, what kind of product to get. You want to know some feedback about your own personal journey, what you're going through right now. Post it down below, or you could private message me in this group and I will respond. I will guide you guys throughout the day. I will only get on later in the afternoon if needed. So example, in the end of the week, when we get into the actual liver cleanse and colon cleanse, I know you guys will have plenty of questions. I always do when I work with people on this. And so I want to make sure that you guys are very clear on how to do it. I'm going to show you the step-by-step process of it, but bottom line is things will come up because it might be new for you, or you might not know certain tips and tricks, right? So we're going to go through that. Oh, Courtney has a question. She says, I'm in a field trip with one of my sons for the day. We're on a bus right now so I can listen. Okay, cool. I'm waiting on my Amazon order as well. All that to say, can't start today since I'm on a field trip. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Whenever you get it, this 7-day challenge, you get to keep it forever. You guys are the first, and I'm going to honor that because you guys are serious and committed about your health. So you guys get to keep this forever and ever. I just ask, don't share this with other people, because you know what happens is, we think, oh, this person could really use this, and we send them all this stuff, and they're really not ready. There has to be an accountability. They have to make the step themselves to get into something like this, right? So let's just keep it our group. Let's just keep our community in our private setting, and let's get this going together, right? So as you get your orders, as you buy things, keep the videos, download it. You could download it to your laptop. You could download it to your device, whether it's your tablet or your phone, whatever. It's yours to keep, and you could have it, and you could go back and review it, and you could always ask me questions on this group. I am here for you guys throughout this trip, okay? All right, cool. So I will sign out. We will be back on tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time sharp. I will be here. We're going to do hydrotherapy. Yes, I'm going in the shower. I want to show you, not naked. No, it's not that kind of show. We are not all going to go. You can be. You could do this and watch me in the shower. But I'm going to have my swimsuit on and go. I used to do this in my clinic, believe it or not. I used to go in people's homes, and I used to do this with them because in Wisconsin, the water was super, super hot and super, super cold, and they would be screaming and couldn't do it and all that. So I would get in the shower with them. I said, come on, we could do this. So we're going to do this together tomorrow, okay? So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, like I said, ask me anything. I'll be here for you guys. All right. Catch you later. Bye.